I put this on the outline only because it was when I was grabbing the Call of Duty thing we already talked about. This caught my eye on the Kotaku page. It's the article title is Game Pass loses one of its best games and gets one of Ubisoft's worst. So just by reading the headline, because I know you haven't clicked the article yet, what is the best game it's losing? And what is the game
Ubisoft's worst game?
What is Ubisoft's worst game that we're getting?
I don't know. I don't know either. I feel like you disagree.
Ghost Recon Standing in Line. What was that? What was that one? The sequel, the Wildlands. Is that
no? That's Breakpoint was the one where you stand in line.
Stand in line. Okay, Breakpoint. Wildlands was the good one.
Yes, Wildlands is the one that we played together. Got it. We had a great time.
Breakpoint was the one that looked like Wildlands, but was not Wildlands.
Was not Wildlands. And they've patched it up enough where it's very close now. But yes. At launch, that game was very disappointing.
Is that? Did I get it right?
No, you got it wrong. In fact, the game that they're talking about is Ghost Recon Wildlands as Ubisoft's worst.
What?
There's a reason why I put this on the outline. So according to Kotaku, where they posted this with a big headline on the top of the page, Game Pass loses one of its best games, gets one of Ubisoft's worst, with the subheadline being, how is swapping Boyfriend Dungeon for Ghost Recon Wildlands a fair trade?
This is nonsense. Let's keep going here.
For the record, I love Ghost Recon Wildlands. I have nothing against Boyfriend Dungeon.
I don't either. It's a. I haven't read the article, but the premise of it, of them just comparing games that are coming and leaving from Game Pass, and somehow like that you can't. Hey, if Wildlands hadn't come on here, we'd still have Boyfriend Dungeon.
Right.
This
is trash. This is a trash article.
Yeah.
This is clickbait, they call it. That's what the kids call it.
And it worked because I was like, what are they? Because Ghost Recon Wildlands is a lot of fun, and it's now on Game Pass. So if you've never played it, you should totally play it.
How dare they say that about your Wildlands?
I know that game is bananas. So I don't understand. And you know what that game has?
What?
It's an open world game with good driving.
All right, and helicopters.
And
I don't understand. Like, I do understand the point in writing articles like this, but at the same time, it's just ridiculous. Why do you care if Wildlands comes to Game Pass or not?
Or where's the comparison? I understand you're upset that Boyfriend Dungeon is leaving, although you know they let you know in advance.
I'm not clicking this one, but
they let you know in advance that the game is leaving. If you love it so much, you could buy it for 20% off before it leaves. I don't know. I don't see how one has something to do with the other. Yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff. It's almost as
weird. They got quotas, they got to write articles. Slow news day.
I guess slow news week.
That's something against Wildlands.
The week was so slow that Kyler Murray did they get news.
Confused about the Ghost Recon games that they were supposed to hate?
It's so funny because when I saw the article, I thought that I was wrong about which Ghost Recon game was coming to Game Pass. And it turns out, no, they just, for some reason, don't understand why Wildlands is, a masterpiece of trash video games. And by trash video games, I mean a video game. Like it's a full-on, unapologetic, this is a video game, which honestly, I don't think there's enough of these days. It doesn't try to be anything more than, here you are on this map, and you're a guy who likes to shoot people, so go on and shoot people. Yeah, I don't know. What else do you... Yeah, whatever. I can't get into the...
Well, who else likes to shoot people, I bet?
I mean, Kyler Murray likes to shoot
There
people.
You go.
Kyler Murray likes to shoot people so much that his performance as a quarterback goes down when there's double XP weekends in Call of Duty.
This made me laugh when I saw this because if you're not familiar with Kyler Murray,
I'm not.
He is the Arizona Cardinals quarterback, and he just signed a huge contract. Right? signed a huge contract, and part of that contract stipulations was there was a requirement in there that he had to do 4 hours of individual game film every week, right? Like, which is a really weird thing to have in a contract, because it's basically like this guy is not committed, like to be doing the work. So there was a big hubbub about that for like a week, and then that got taken out of his contract because both sides were like, "Oh no, we didn't mean to have it in there that way." That was
When did he sign the contract? Just like
last week.
And this just came out like today.
And this just came out now, this thing that somebody went and compared the weekly stats versus when there was any kind of Call of Duty double XP, triple XP weekend.
It's amazing.
I think it's just a little bit funny because the stats themselves don't change that much. Like the quarterback ranking, like it went down, like the passer rating went down from a 97.43 to an 89.65.
That doesn't mean anything to me, but so he was only a little tired.
It's basically an equation based upon like yards per attempt and completions and touchdowns versus number of passes, that type of stuff. Like a whole bunch of stuff comes into that rating.
Don't make me push that yawn button.
Yeah, but all of the stats, like including win-loss record, were lower during the weeks when they were Call of Duty.
Now, does he get a phone call? He's getting a phone call, right? About when this thing comes out about the stats. Someone's calling him, right? His agent, the coach. I mean, somebody. It's a big deal, right? You said he's like super highly paid, right?
Yeah, he's one of the largest quarterback contracts. He just signed.
I think publicly he will laugh it off. I think privately it'll be more meetings than anyone wants to be in.
I think if I was his coach, I'd be signing up for those notifications when he signed into Xbox Live. Like every time Wombat signs in, I get a notification on my Apple Watch.
Right.
Xbox Live.
Why?
Because he hasn't turned it off. That's why.
I haven't turned it off.
Why?
That's why I know when you're on Xbox during the day.
I know.
I get a notification. Much. I get a notification every time, Wombat. I'm watching.
I know. I do play for like 20 minutes every day during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Shipwreck would know.
But that's what I'd be doing if I was like, seriously, like somebody on their team. I'd be like, you gotta let us know, like when you're logging into this.
I mean, yeah, or at least work it out with them. Say, can we limit the Call of Duty to like a couple of hours a week?
Right, like not
2 hours, maybe.
Not late at night before games, maybe.
Right, maybe not on game nights. Anyway, that's I
don't know.
Best.
I feel a little bit bad for him though too, because like
I don't.
He's not a bad quarterback.
No, and it's his personal life too. Like he's still showing up and
he's still doing the work.
Right.
It's not as well.
Well, that's the question is, like, if they limit it and he starts to do better.
It's great. It's the best story. I love it.
Yeah.
Where are we here? Is that it for your news?
I think that's it. I thought I did a good job this week with the news.
Great job. Why? What are you looking for? You're looking for
praise.
Praise.
I want a kiss from Daddy.
Daddies can't kiss you through Zoom. Maybe next week. If you smell nice.
I always smell nice.
I had some news stories here, but I'm tired.
Did you play through Stray? Did you?
No, I didn't finish Stray. I never got around to it. It's been a hectic weekend. Sabrina had to get ready for her California trip. So.
Are they driving in that bus to California?
No, they flew to Arizona. And they did the Grand Canyon yesterday. They're doing the Vegas Strip tonight. And then tomorrow they drive to... Wait, I know where they're going tomorrow. Tomorrow they drive to LA, but they're going to... Oh, Universal Studios. They're going to that tomorrow day. And then the day after that is they have a private studio tour of Warner Brothers. And then the 2 days after that is 2 days at Disneyland. Then they go to the San Diego Zoo, and then they come home.
So you did say this was instead of her going to college? This was.
If I told you how much it cost, it's
I'm doing math in my head.
They have all bulk rates for everything. This has been going on for so long.
It's 100 kids. You'd be surprised that it's less expensive for Sabrina to do this with this than it is for if we were to have just sent her on her own. It's
sure.
It's like it's like a tenth of the cost. It's ridiculous.
It's
you only
cheaper
get
than
so much
Sleepaway Camp
discounts
too.
to get into Disneyland, I think. I mean,
I don't know.
Did you see that chart of Disneyland ticket prices compared to like wages and gas and I forgot what the
There's
other
a
thing
reason
was.
why she's only going there via this as opposed to us going as a family.
That line went straight up. Like it was just going.
It's not feasible for me to take my family to a Disney park, but it is feasible for them to go via this.
They have to wear the costumes after they ride the rides.
Basically.
Those big, heavy, hot costumes.
Yeah, no, this is the craziest part. This is like, and then after this, it's done. There's no more. The camp is over.